Hi, this is Munson with Munson Music. I'm going to talk about how you can strum through a song called International Love Song by Pitbull featuring Chris Brown. And it starts out, we're going to end up caping this on the 3rd fret to match the recording, but it starts out with these cool little hits where you get to play the open E, and then go to 1st fret on the high E, and then go open E, and then 3rd fret on the B string, and then open E, and then 1st fret on the high E, and then open E, 3rd fret on the high E string. Now the chords that would kind of back up that lick though would start on an A minor chord. When we play A minor, 1st finger goes to the B string on the 1st fret, 2nd finger goes to the D string on the 2nd fret, and 3rd finger goes to the G string on the 2nd fret. And if you strum all those together, that sounds an A minor chord, and it sounds really sad. And then from the A minor, kind of on our intro and our verse and our chorus, we're going to be going to an F major chord. I'm talking about an easy way to play that. If you know the bar F major, you do your 1st finger across the entire 1st fret, the 2nd finger on the G string 2nd fret, 3rd finger on the A string 3rd fret, and the pinky on the D string on the 3rd fret. And if you strum all those together, that sounds an F major bar chord, and it sounds really happy. And a good substitute for that though is something called F major 7. When we play F major 7, 1st finger goes to the B string on the 1st fret, 2nd finger goes to the G string on the 2nd fret, and 3rd finger goes to the D string on the 3rd fret. And if you strum the D string to the high E string, that sounds like F major 7. It sounds really happy. And then from the F, we're going to be going to a C major chord. When we play C major, 1st finger stays on the B string 1st fret, 2nd finger on the D string 2nd fret, and 3rd finger on the A string on the 3rd fret. And if you strum the A string to the high E string, that sounds a C major chord, and it sounds really happy. And then from the C major, we're going to be going to a G major chord. When we play G major, 1st finger goes to the A on the 2nd fret, 2nd finger goes to the low E string on the 3rd fret, and the 3rd finger goes to the high E string on the 3rd fret. And if you strum all those together, that sounds a G major chord, and it sounds really happy. So a lot of our song actually is kind of working that A minor, F, C, G, A minor, F, C, G. And you just want to work downs, or actually there's some points where it kind of sounds like we do kind of 2 downs on each one. Or a lot of times with a song like this, to make it more interesting, I like adding something called a strum pattern. And one of my favorite strum patterns for a 4/4 like this is down, down, up, up, down, up. So you took the A minor and tried that a lot. You have down, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up. Now if you're really quick, you can kind of get that to work actually through that. A minor, F, C, G, A minor, another possibility would be kind of halving that strum pattern, and you could do kind of a down, down, up on each chord. And that might be a little bit easier if you're just starting out. So we have A minor with down, down, F, down, down, C, down, down, G, down, down, A minor, down, down, F, down, down, C, down, down, G, down, down. Now another possibility later on that you'll kind of hear is kind of, and especially in the bridge part, it kind of feels like this, where you do kind of a down and then a down, down, up. So it's kind of a long down, 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 up, long down, 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 up, long down, 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 up. So if you kind of dig on that, you have A minor, down, down, up, F, down, down, up, C, down, down, up, G, down, down, up, A minor, down, down, up, F, down, down, up, C, down, down, up, G, down, down, up. And we'll basically be repeating that until we get to our pre-chorus. And our pre-chorus, we do the A minor and the F, and you kind of hear this big C hit where you kind of may want to kind of do it down and kind of kill the strings. And then from there we go to F major, and then we go to our D minor chord. And when we play D minor, 1st finger goes to the high E on the 1st fret, 2nd finger on the G string 2nd fret, and then the 3rd or the 4th finger on the B string on the 3rd fret. And if you strum the D string to the high E string, that sounds a D minor chord, and it sounds really sad. And then from the D minor we go to a G major chord. But then from G major we go to an E minor chord. And when we play E minor, 1st finger goes on the A on the 2nd fret, the 2nd finger on the D on the 2nd fret, and if you strum all those together, that sounds an E minor chord, and it sounds really sad. And through that part, actually, it kind of feels like the down, down, up, down, up. Actually, you'd have the F with a down, down, up, down, D minor, down, down, up, down, G, down, down, up, down, E minor, down, down, up, down, up. And if you're digging on the down, 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 up, you might want to do that twice on each chord, where you have F, down, down, up, down, down, up, D minor, down. And then we basically be repeating those parts until we get to our bridge part. And on our bridge, we start on D minor, and then we go to F major, and then we go to C, and then we go to A minor, and then we go to D minor, and then we do an F, and then we go to A minor, and then we end up with kind of a big push on the G chords at the very end. And you may want to kind of think about doing downs actually at the very end of that G to kind of lead you back into your chorus. So we tried our bridge that way. It really kind of feels like that long down, 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 that part, and down, down, up C, down, down, up D minor, down, down, up D minor, down, down, up F, down, down, up A minor, down, down, up G, G build up. Try and get really quick at that to kind of bring it back into our chorus part. Now the weird part is to play along with Pitbull, instead of starting on an A minor chord, it's actually starting on a C minor chord. So to play along with the recording, what you want to do is take a capo, and if you put the capo on 3rd fret, and now your A minor is really a C minor chord, your F is really an A flat major, your C is really an E flat major, and your G is really a B flat major chord, and when we get to the D minor, it's really an F minor chord. But to take it from the very, very beginning, you may want to kind of work those intro licks, actually kind of working those individual notes, and that could be a cool way to do it. And people are like, oh man, it's an international love song, I love this song, I hope to do a great job covering it. Or you could just back that up with the chords with kind of that A minor, F, C, G, A minor, F, C, G, or you could do the 2 hits, A minor, F, C, G, A minor, F, C, G, or you could do the down, down, up on each one. If that seems really weird, you could do down, down, F, down, down, C, down, down, G, down, down, A minor, down, down, F, down, down, C, down, down, G, down, down, up. Or you could try that really quick, down, down, up, up, down, up. We'd have the A minor, F, C, G, A minor, F, C, G. Or if you're digging on the long down, 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 up, you'd have A minor, down, down, up, F, down, down, C, down, down, D, down, down, up, A minor, down, down, up, F, down, down, C, down, down, up, down, down, up. And then we basically be repeating that until we get to our pre-chorus, where we kind of start off with that same A minor F, and then we do the C hit to kind of set us up for our F, D minor, G, E minor. And you may want to try that with just the down, down, up, up, down, up. F, down, up, down, D minor, down, down, up, down, G, down, down, up, down, D minor, down, down, up, or you could try the long down, 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 up twice. F, down, down, up, down, down, up, D minor, down, down, up, down, 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 up, G, down, down, up, down, down, up, D minor, down, down, up, down, down, up. And then from there, then we'd be going back into kind of our intro verse progression, back on the A minor F, and the C, G. Now one other thing I would think about adding to the song though is bass notes, and a lot of times on that first down of the down, down, up, down, up, or the down, 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 up, or the down, down, up, you can throw in a bass note for the chord. So on the A minor, you'd have the A string for your bass, down, up, down. On the F, you'd have the D string for your bass. If you're doing the F major 7, if you're doing the bar F major, you'd have the low E string for your bass, down, up, down. On the C, you'd have the A string for the bass. On the G, you'd have the low E for the bass. And on the D minor, you'd have the D string for the bass. So one way to kind of work that into kind of our intro verse chorus is to do kind of a bass down up on each chord. So you'd have A minor with the bass, down F with the bass, down C with an A bass, down G with low E bass, down A minor with the A bass, down F with the bass, down C with an A bass, down G with low E bass, down up. Or if you're quick enough, you can kind of get that bass down up, down up, 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 bass down up. Kind of work C, G with low E bass, A minor with A bass, then bass down up, down C with an A bass. You could work that long down, down, down up as a bass, down, down, up, and have A minor with A bass, down, down, up, F with bass, down, down, C with A bass, down, down, G with low E bass, down, down, A minor with A bass, down, down, F with bass, down, down, C with A bass, down, down, G with low E bass, down, down. Or there's this really cool feel in it where you could kind of work a bass up on each chord, which you'll kind of hear in the tune. So you could have A minor with the bass up, F, C, G. ideas and kind of figure out how you want to play the song. And then we'll basically be repeating that until we get to our pre-chorus part where we kind of have the A minor, F, and then we have our C hit. And then we kind of pick it up on the F. And we could do that with a bass down, up, and have F with the bass. Down, up, down, D minor with the D bass, down, down, G with low E bass, down, down, B minor with low E bass, down, down. Or we can do that bass down, up twice and have F, down, up, F, down, up, B minor, G with low E bass, E minor with low E bass. So we want to kind of think about using that too. And then from there, then we're back to our chorus again. So we're back to our A minor, F, C, G, A minor, F, C, G, until we get to our bridge part. And so if we tried our bridge with a bass down, up, we'd have D minor with a D bass, F bass, down, C with an A bass, A minor with an A bass, D minor with an E bass, F bass, down, A minor, G with an E bass, G with an E bass. Or you can try that with the bass down, up, and have D minor, down, up, F, down, C with an A bass, down, A minor with an A bass, down, E minor with an E bass, F with the bass, down, A minor with an A bass, down, G with an E bass. Or you might want to kind of break that up into that G build up, and then kind of play around with that. And then from there, then we'd be going back into our chorus part. But it almost kind of sounds like we kind of come in with those two downs. And what you could do too is kind of do a down and then kind of kill the strings twice. So like down, kill it, F down, kill it, C down, kill it, It's kind of a cool accent on that. A minor, F, C, G. And then you might want to kind of pick it up with the down, up, G, or the down, up. So it might be a little weird because now it's a really cool kind of tempo on that. Or you can even work that bass down, up, really quick. So you probably want to kind of take the one way that kind of works for you and then kind of see like how that feels through the song through the chords. But that's the basics of how you can strum through International Love Song by Pitbull featuring Chris Brown. So good luck!